Start.
Hi everyone! We are from Yandu Secondary School. Today we are going to talk about the habit of reading book. For me, people say that book is the endless source of knowledge, and luckily my favorite habit in my free time is reading book. I read many different kinds of books such as science fiction, documentary, and horror story. I live in two different kinds of work. The first one is my daily life, and the second one is in the book. I can spend hours reading about thrilling adventures, a remarkable discovery, or a magical journey. I find those details become more and more realistic when I'm deep into them, and I can experience another fascinating world. Among many books that I have read, my favorite series is Harry Potter. The story is about a little wizard with his great journey to destroy the dark force. The story is told with extremely vivid imagination. Inless humor is very detailed. It appeals to people of all age. It is typical for many aspects of life. I have been reading books since I was a kid. Therefore, I have a rich imagination and plenty of ideas about almost everything. Everyone has his or her own hobby, and I am glad that I spend my free time and my mind on the habits. That is very helpful. What about you, Ling?
For me, I read books the more for some reasons. Firstly, reading books make me feel comfortable. After many long, stressful hours at school, I actually like reading comic books because they contain lots of colorful and interacting images that keep my speech relaxed. Secondly, reading books provide me a great deal of diverse knowledge of many fields. For instance, I can know more specific culture of each country in the world culture book. Finally, reading helps to enhance my vocabulary in both Vietnamese and English language. In Vietnamese book, I can learn many traditional phrases or proverbs that help me understand more deeply the beauty of my mother tongue. About English book, I can improve my English reading comprehension skill in study. I really like reading book for it brings many good things to me. Harry Potter is the series that I like the most. It is considered a classic literary work of world literature. The story is not only a word for children but for all ears. Because the story brings many profound lessons, I think the Dursley are very mean to Harry, but I also think they are funny. The writer J.K. Rowling described them very well. In conclusion, reading habits is a useful activity to learn that make life more meaningful and beautiful. What about you, Chang?
I think that everybody has his own hobbies. My favorite hobby is reading. I enjoy reading a book when I am free. I started to get the hobbies from my father when I was 4 years old. I enjoy reading because it allows me to explore my own imaginative world. I keep the hobbies of reading as the 1 hour every day. I usually read books at home, in my own room, at my school, or in the library. On my free time, I can spend hours reading and thinking about facts described in this kind of book. For me, Harry Potter by female writers, the ancient book that is loved in modern time. It's not only have us grammar moments of relaxation, but also gives us valuable lessons in life because it's bring extremely profound lessons. Going deep into its world, we encounter a world full of interesting magic, captivating the readers with every breath. This debut novel by Rowling was written between June 1990 and 1995. The story includes 1,138 pages and is divided into 17 chapters. The book The book tells me the story of wizard boy Harry Potter as he entered Hogwarts School of Magic. His parents were murdered by Voldemort, and he became the boy who lived. However, while living with his aunt and uncle, his rich status was kept secret until his 11th birthday. At Hogwarts, he learned magic and connected with his two close friends, Ron and Hermione. The trio stuck together despite their status and lost life. In the few words, the reading a book contributes to the moral and intellectual formation of the man. I love reading and I will collect more and more books, and I wish I can write my own books in the future. What are you doing reading now?
You know, reading has long been considered one of the most effective ways to stimulate the mind and to improve yourself. Reading is the process of exploring knowledge and looking for new interesting things. It helps us shape logic thinking, the ability to see things clearly. Through the book, we cultivate ourselves the necessary knowledge and the ability to use words fluently, and skills such as coherent thinking and writing skills. A good book does not just give us the feeling of excitement, but also help to forming our emotion, positive attitude, and being ready to face up all the challenges in life. During the process of reading, I found that Harry Potter is the most worthy book for us to read. The series, which stands out among contemporary literary works of the same time by female J.K. Rowling, has really opened and amazed us mainly, as well as inspired my own reading hobby. I think Ron is a great character because he's funny and kind. He is not clever as Harry, but he always uses magic to save Harry from danger. I like him when he do that. For me, Harry Potter is not just a series or book or a combination series, but is actually an inspired, experienced predecessor who taught me knowledge in life that until now, I have to admit that open way has made me gain more knowledge. And I think that each person should give themselves this positive habit. What do you think now?
My hobby is reading knowledgeable and interesting book. Reading is a good way to help our brain functioning actively, but and also help us to relax and feel happily. It's a great source of enjoyment, inspiration, functioning, and knowledge is more precious than other precious crystal. I think knowledgeable and interesting books are the best for people who prefer reading. In my opinion, we should read Harry Potter, the story about 11-year-old boy named Harry and his adventure with his closest friend Ron and Hermione. The story is thrilling and interesting. For example, in the beginning of the story, Harry is just an ordinary boy. He lives with his horrible uncle family. Until he knows himself is a wizard, he gets to go to Hogwarts, a wizard school, and defeat the Dark Wizard Voldemort, who has killed Harry's parents. Well, I also like and design some characters in the book.